Uh, Welcome, my dear listeners. My name is Benard Ariaka, a student of Uganda Christian University, pursuing bachelor's degree in accounting and finance, second year, second semester. Uganda Christian University is located at Mukono, that's the main campus, but the school also has some branches in this country. Last semester, the school sent us for internship training. We went and did it in our various places where we submitted our internship letters. I did my internship with the Arua City Council. Before I proceed, I want to give you the organizational profile of Arua City. Uh, Arua City Council has a PO Box 27 Arua, Uganda. This city is one of the currently created cities in Uganda. It was given as a city by His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. That is the President of the Republic of Uganda. The city is bordered with districts like Koboko, we have Yumbe, Moyo, Adjumani, Marasa district, Nebi district, and also Zombo district. But part of the city is bordered with the DRC, that is the Democratic Republic of Congo. The mission statement of this city is to improve the livelihood of the citizen through provision of quality socio-economic services. And also the vision statement for this city is a vibrant, inclusive, and adaptable city, the hub of trade and industry 2040. That's the organization profile of Arua City Council. Coming to the functions of the organization, Arua City provides service delivery to the community of the city. It enhances human resource development. The city also increases household income and promote equity and poverty eradication. Arua City provides a sustainable environment for the refugees. They do infrastructure development, especially the roads and other communication lines. They also enhance good governance. This is through effective leadership. Arua City widens tax base or revenue base for its development. They also encourage equal allocation of resources for sustainable development. Last but not least, they mobilize more donor funds for development of the city. I did my internship with the various departments in the city council. I started with the auditing department. I went to finance department. I also proceeded with the store management, and the last one was planning and procurement. The city has management structures. It started with the council. The council has standing committees and executive committees, followed by the mayor of the city, followed by the city clerk, the deputy city clerk, then also head of internal audit follows, senior engineer. Under senior engineer, we have building engineer and the mechanical foreman. We have head of finance. Under that, we have senior accountant and the accountant. We also have senior planner and senior human resource officer, principal community development. Under principal community development, we have senior community development and community development officer follows. We have principal medical officer. In that department, we have senior medical officer and clinical officer. We have principal education officer. There are two people there. We have senior education officer and inspector of schools. They are under principal education officer. The last person under the management structure is the senior environment officer and the environment officer. That was all about the functions, the department of the work, and the management structure. Coming to the objectives of intensive training, one is to prepare the trainee, let me say the students, to get exposed to the working situations and also improve their understanding of the work ethics. Another one is to provide an opportunity for the students to translate their knowledge that they have in class uh, to do it practically in the offices. Also to provide training ground for future opportunities for employment. This is especially in the places where you do your internship, you can easily get a job when you do your work very well. Internship was well. It also helps to know the employment demand and responsibility outside there. It makes to the learners to have new techniques of doing work in the field. The internship was also to train the students for future career development of work. Last but not least, it is to improve interpersonal relationship. Let me say social networking with the different people who are there in the workplace, especially the stakeholders like counselors, business community people. We have contractors, technical staffs, and among others. Uh, Many activities that we performed. I myself, I performed at the internship as follows. I did stamping of accounting documents like voters. This one helps to avoid duplication of payments, frauds, and other criminal offenses. I did the cleaning of office equipment and arrangement of the facilities, especially the computers, the tables and chairs that were there in the offices. I post some books of accounts, especially the cash book, the store ledger book. These are the activities I did. Store management, when I was doing work in the store, when you receive goods, you post in the books of a store ledger book. When you are giving out, you also post the thing that you have given out in the store ledger book, especially the market due receipts, street parking receipts, and their livestock receipts. Voting transaction, I did it, especially payment, voting payments, we stamp them when you are giving out to the councillors, like vehicle maintenance, vouchers, allowances to staffs, fuel and the stationery. These things, these vouchers, when you are issuing out, you make sure you stamp them and write they are verified by the internal auditor of the city. I did the attending clients in the city council at the place where I was placed, that is the auditing department and finance. Reviewing auditing documents, especially the reports. You go through the reports that were before, you check them, the similar documents, you compare those activities which you have come up with. Spot checking of the activities that are running in the city, especially culvert installation, primary schools supervision. We did supervision with the World Bank team about the road works that are currently moving on in the city, verification of delivery in the store. This one is done by checking on the LPOs and GRNs of the goods that are delivered in the store. LPO is local purchase order and GRN is goods received notes. These are signed by the internal auditor to show that he has received goods in the store. I did the reorganizing of files in the office. I also participated in distribution of documents to the relevant authorities like procurement department, engineering department, community development department, like human resource development department, registry. I communicated with many people, especially the accountants, to share my ideas. These are the verbal communication that I did with them. In the internship, I learned some lessons during the work that I was doing in the office. Especially, I learned reviewing of books of accounts and accounting documents to provide the data to come up with a good report. I also learned posting of some books of account, especially the cash book, how vouchers look like, how store ledger book look like. I did learned developing auditing reports and work plans. Auditing reports has you start with the first quarter, second quarter, and the third quarter in a year. I learned how to come up with those reports, office equipment and maintenance. As I said, I did it. Serving as a front desk, listen to the clients. Wow, was activity that I did in finance department also. Filing documents that are received in the office, you are supposed to put them according to their date you have received. Distribution of documents, I did it as I said. Typing and printing reports. Since the technology is growing, people are using computers. I did those things. I learned how to do printings, reorganizing office equipment. As I said, I did it. So those are lessons that I learned during my internship or field work. There are some skills that I gained during this field work. One is about time management. In the city council, they set workers to come at the workplace at 8 exactly, and then they leave at 5. I was observing that time, then I got used to posting books of account. As I said, that skills I acquired, especially how voters appear and how they post cash books, store ledger books in the books of accounts. Submitting documents or reports to the different departments. Distribution of reports, I did it in various departments. Monitoring projects, I said we did supervisions like culvert installation. We also supervised roadworks with the World Bank teams. I did supervision of primary schools like Ragem Primary School, Sawindri Primary Schools. We have Pokias Primary School. We did it personally. Filing of documents that are to be filed, you need to put them according to their dates. As I explained, generating of requisition, I got that skill of generating a requisition later in the city council. Interpersonal skills, this is sharing words with the different people who are working there to gain more experience about your career. I also learned gained skill of reporting. Reports that you prepare, you make sure it should be brief, precise, and you should be direct to the point and explain, not that you write stories. Writing minutes. As I said, in the auditing departments, when someone say you develop a report for auditing, you need to have a discussion letter which invites people who are affected in the auditing. During the auditing, you call them and then you sit down, you discuss, you come up with a minute, you write minutes. After minutes, you develop engagement letter. That engagement letter you will have. Then you develop a draft report. Then after that, you come up with the final report. You print them and put it in the auditing file. Communication skills. This is face to face, especially in meetings. Also presentation in works. Client attending. I did that. I gained that skill, how to handle clients and direct them to the respective places where they need help. Skills of developing reports. I said you have in the auditing department, we have first quarter report, second quarter report, third quarter report, even fourth quarter report. Then you come up with the work plans. I got that skill when I was in the field. Problem solving and complaint handling skills, I got it when I was serving as a front desk. People come with different problems and then you direct them to the respective places. Uh, I did printing of the work that I came up with, like reports that made me to acquire the skills of using printer. Photocopying the document that you were given to me, it has made me to learn how to use photocopying machines during my field work. Are some of the challenges that I noticed during my internship training are as follows. I noticed that there is inadequate funding to facilitate the operation of the departmental functions. Also, lack of logistics. That is to say, vehicles are not enough, motor vehicles, to facilitate the departmental activities. Since the city is still developing, we have inadequate staffs to perform effective audit to improve the governance process, internal control, and risk management. We have only the head of the internal audit who's there in the city. The vice, let me say the assistant is taken to the only division. Then he's there alone. It is hard for him to do effective work when he's needed also somewhere. You have inadequate power supply since the city is developing. The power is not stable. Poor communication systems in the city council, Arua City Council, is still a problem. Uh, this is making it hard, especially for people to come at the workplace. Uh, like we said, the road networks, even the real internet is not working well for sending and receiving uh, informations. Unpredictable weather, which disturbs people, especially the workers when they are coming. Uh, Especially we talk about the rain, it makes people to come late since they don't have transports like cars to come when it is raining. We have inadequate office space, hence staff cannot sit to produce quality output as expected. The city is still developing, the offices are not enough. Uh, these are the things which I have observed as a challenge. So, in conclusion, I want to say that I noted that the organization is progressing well and expected to keep progressing at a greater height in the future. This is because I saw an increasing number of professional and well-trained workers in the city council. The internship has been very vital for me and necessary for the students, especially me who's pursuing a bachelor's degree in accounting and finance, and it has enabled me to get real life when I was doing my work outside there. I continue to say that Arua City should uh, give more places for the students to learn uh, how work is done in the organization in this city. Uh, I want to recommend to the university that the university should continue with the internship program. It is good. It prepares students to learn their career activities, how they do it, and also transform those theories that they learn in class into practice. The university should also ensure that students are well equipped with the knowledge of internship, especially computerized accounting. Since the technology is growing, people are using computers in the offices. I encourage the university to uh, make the students to learn those computer activities so that they are perfect in doing their work in the offices. Finally, especially the faculty of business, I want to say that it should help the students to provide the internship letters early so that the student and go and look for good places for doing internship. in during the internship time. I want to recommend to the organization that Arua City should still continue giving internship placements to the students who want to do internship with them, so as to get their experience. The organization should also give some small allowances to the students who are doing internship, therefore feeding and the transport, since the students are not all well equipped with, let me say, with the pocket money. The city should also encourage different service providers to be applied, especially the SOPs, things of washing hands in the city council. Face masks should be one of the issues to be followed, and sanitizers should be placed there for the clients. Now, I want to say to the students that all the students who are doing this field attachment should do it very serious, because it prepares them in developing skills, knowledge, and attitudes needed to enable them to become effective employees in the future. They should not take it for granted. It is a good thing to do. Let them do it wholeheartedly. That's what I have all for you as the presentation. I want to thank my lecturer who took us through the internship lectures. I want to also say thanks to my academic supervisors. He has taken her time and went to see me up to the place where I'm doing my internship, that is Arua City Council. And also I want to say thanks to my agency supervisors for handling me very well in this process of internship. This is my word for you. I want to say that in all the things that you do in your life, please remember to put God first, since without God, we could not be like this. I want to end the presentation here. Thank you for listening.